you know your budget, 4% DL, who has the knowledge, see which property you really like, your broker will handle. As we were discussing in our previous video about the process, how to buy property in Dubai. So once the negotiations are done, next step comes, buyer has to give 10% security deposit check. The agent is supposed to hold that check. Let's say there are two agents representing buyer and seller, then the seller's agent will sign Form A with the seller and buyer's agent will sign Form B with the buyer. And these are all done through Dubai Land Departments. So combine these two, we call it Form F. And in Form F, there are all terms, you can put all terms and conditions, whatever both the parties agreed upon. So everything is in that form. So once that form is accepted, generated and sent to buyer and seller, and once they both accept it, now your deal is locked. Now none of the parties can back out. If any of the party backs out, they have to pay 10% penalty. The next step comes, the seller has to apply for an NOC from the developer. Now, question is that why do they need NOC? For a couple of reasons. One is if there is any payment plan on the property, we want to make sure that all payments are made already to the developer. And in some cases, even if there is a payment upcoming within next 90 days, the developer will ask the seller to make this payment before they issue NOC. So the second reason is there are service charges on every property. So we want to make sure that all the service charges are paid already and nothing is outstanding to the developer. So this is the reason we apply for NOC. So once the NOC is issued, seller has to pay a fee and they obtain NOC. Now the next step comes, the buyer has to go to the bank and get a manager's check. Now the final step, the broker gets an appointment in trustee office and submits all the documents to the trustee office prior to the appointment. Now all those documents like Form F, also NOC, then the buyers and sellers documents. And in some cases, if there are post handover payment plan or if it's off plan resale, the property is not ready but there are payments due. In that case, the trustee office also requires SOA, which is statement of account. That shows that how much payment has been made already and what are the remaining, payments and stuff like that in some cases and not in all. So once all of these documents are submitted, the property will be transferred from seller's name to the buyer's name. The buyer will get a title deed in their name and seller will get the manager's check. Also, the brokers will get paid their commission, and congratulations, you have bought your first property in Dubai. Thanks for watching.